Lovelies, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you will be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us. You guys are the real MVP. Alright, lovelies, let's dive in into today's video. So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where this pan-colored owned company is about to lose it all for actually discriminating against people that looks like me. Like, this guy applied for a job, he didn't get the job, then he had to change his surname to that one that suits them, that actually sound more, Caucasian, and he was called for the job. Like, he practically got the job, and this got a lot of people reacting. I'm just going to roll it. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section and let's dive into it.
Have you ever considered what people assume about you when they see your name? Just your name. Well, Dwight Jackson did, and now he's suing a hotel in Detroit. See, Dwight was applying for jobs. He says between January and April of this year, he applied to a few positions at the Shinola Hotel, but he didn't get a single call back. And then he said, well, wait a minute, let me see something real quick. In April, he applied again, but this time he made a change to his resume, his name. Instead of Dwight Jackson, he became John Jabrowski. And within days, the phone started ringing. Shinola wanted John to come in for an interview. Now, the hotel issued a statement to CNN in response to the lawsuit. Here's part of it. We take this allegation very seriously and do not tolerate discrimination of any kind. We're committed to fostering an inclusive workplace where everyone has the opportunities to succeed and are dedicated to building a diverse workforce that reflects the community. With me now is Dwight Jackson and his attorney, John Marco. Welcome to you both. Dwight, let me start with you. This did not start as a test of the influence of name or racial identity on hiring. You were just looking for a job, right?
I was truly just looking for a job. A lot of people say it was a great experiment. I wasn't experimenting or purposely trying to catch them. I was just looking for a job, like you said. It was so much experience in the hotel industry and luxury hotels at that, historical hotels of downtown Detroit. And for me to not at least get a call back, one call back as Dwight Jackson, it made me a little disparaging of like why. So that's what just made me fill it out as John Jabrowski to see what kind of answers I get. And like you said, I ended up getting a call that same week.
And what did they say when they called back and they wanted to speak with John?
The HR lady called me. She said, "Hello, this is John." At first I forgot that I even did it. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I am John." She liked me and liked the experience I had, and she just, sorry, my apologies. She also felt, we did an interview the next time. She set up an interview for the next time for an over the phone interview. Then after that, we did an in-person interview. Then I ended up getting another call for another interview.
And so you got another call for another interview at the same hotel?
Yes.
Okay, so let me come back to that. John, let me come to you now. You say that you see a lot of this.
Yeah, I see this all the time. It's unfortunate. I've been doing civil rights my whole career. They're very tough cases because there's often circumstantial evidence. There's not direct proof. When a company discriminates, they don't come out and say it. And some of it's unconscious bias, some of it's conscious. But I've had cases where I've had a hiring manager say that the president of the company made a black pile of resumes and everybody else, and then taken the resumes that sound like they're black sounding names and throw them in the trash can. So this happens all the time. I think it's underreported.
Dwight, what did it feel like once you got a call back as John, but couldn't get a call back as Dwight Jackson?
It was very disparaging, honestly. It really did make me feel worthless. Like, welcome to America, like I always say when people ask me how to make me feel. Welcome to America, where people of our color have to work literally 5 times as hard to get to the same entry level doors as many other cultures. So it really made me just feel worthless, and like it's hard out here to get a step ahead just because my last name or my color or sexuality. It's a lot that goes with it.
And what did you, I assume you told them, Dwight, that I'm the same person. That Dwight Jackson you ignored and this John Jabrowski you have so much interest in, we're the same person with very little difference on the resume. What was that conversation like?
It was during the second interview. It was for the front desk agent, and I went in and I introduced myself as Dwight Jackson. Because if I wanted the job and you guys called me for my experience, I'm still the same person. It should have made a big difference. And she didn't question who I was, even though Dwight Jackson was not on the docket to be interviewed that day. She still brought up the John Jabrowski resume, so they were privy to it.
Wow. John, you touched on this a bit, but it's got to be hard to prove this case because, you know, maybe there was a different person looking at the Dwight Jackson resume versus the John Jabrowski, or it might have been, it could have been anything. It's hard to prove in court that it was because of the name, right?
Yeah, generally, but in this case, we have the smoking gun. They're the only thing that was changed. These resumes were completely identical, the same experience. The only thing that changed was the name. So what's in a name? That should not be relevant when you're looking for someone to work. It's your education experience and the content of your character, not the last name that you happen to be given at birth or the color of your skin.
And Dwight, they ultimately didn't offer the job to John Jabrowski or Dwight Jackson. What do you want to happen now?
I want to bring awareness to this situation because since I opened Pandora's box, I've been getting a lot of calls, emails, DMs, everything of people who've been through the same situation, whether it was at another company or Shinola themselves. So that's really what I want to do is bring awareness. And unfortunately, we need bills to help people these type of things. It's unethical that you will have to go through this, but we have to bring awareness so it don't have it ever happen to again towards anyone else.
Y'all, it's the fact that he showed up to the job interview after he changed his name just to cuss them out. See, this is my kind of vengeance. Shout out to Phil because he had posted this story about a black man who got a job interview after he changed his name on the resume from Dwight Johnson to John Jabrowski. Now he's suing them for defamation. Now the genius in question is seen here by the name of Dwight. And according to CNN, he's now launching his defamation suit against a Detroit hotel. Now, in his claim, he's stating that the hotel had offered him a job interview after he changed his name on the resume. Dwight Johnson had filed this lawsuit roughly around July 3rd. Now, between January and April, Jackson, who's 27 years old, applied to multiple positions at the Shinola Hotel in downtown Detroit, including a role in reception, according to the lawsuit. And on the website, the Shinola, I hope I'm saying that correctly, is a luxury hotel. Jackson's attorney provided CNN with a copy of Jackson's resume, which details consistent employment, including previous roles as a front desk agent in the Detroit Marriott Westin, Book Cadillac, and the David Whitney Hotel, which used the words luxury and luxurious to describe their prospective hotels. Now, after getting no response to his initial job application on April 24th, Jackson applied again, making one significant change to his application: his name. Spoiler alert, once he changed his name, he had multiple interviews in the same week. Now, Jackson's attorney stated, to be denied a job in 2024 in your hometown for the color of your skin goes beyond dollars and cents. It goes into the psyche of a person. This is where the story gets hilarious because he did, you guys. He showed up to the job interview, and it stated here that when he got to the job interview, he had revealed his real identity and expressed his disbelief that he was not given an interview initially because his name appeared more traditionally African American. Now, shortly after Jackson underwent the interview process, he was informed that he was no longer a viable candidate for the position. Go figure. Just for reference, this study by the National Bureau of Economic Research showed that black male and black female names receive the fewest callbacks. Unfortunately, you guys, we live in a world where name bias is still a thing, and that's never going to change until we do things like Dwight did and call these people out. But even more so, we need to do what he did and show up to the interview and give these people a good tongue lashing. Just to be clear, I'm pretty sure the people who was involved in that interview process probably no longer have jobs.
Yo, so I was just perusing the internet and I came across this article with the headline, "A black man got a job interview after he changed the name on his resume. Now he's suing for discrimination." This brother's name is Dwight Jackson. And over the course of a couple of months, Mr. Jackson applied for multiple positions at the Shinola Hotel, I think I said that right, over in Detroit, Michigan. Unfortunately, no matter how many times he applied or what job he was applying for, he could never get an interview. So what did he do to test out if this company was maybe discriminating? He changed his name to John Jabrowski. He made a couple tweaks to his resume, reapplied to 2 positions, and was offered multiple interviews within the same week. Keep in mind that both Jackson and Jabrowski had experience working in luxury hotels. The only difference was their name. Mr. Jackson went to the interview, confronted the interviewer, who, it's probably not even their fault, but either way, he revealed his true identity, expressed his beliefs that he believed that the Shinola Hotel was discriminating against him because of his name. He apparently did the interview and shortly thereafter was informed that he was no longer a viable candidate. So, now he's suing. I do have a couple of thoughts about this, but I don't know about y'all, but when I think of the name Dwight, I don't exactly think of a black man. I mean, I really hope he wins. I really do. I think I remember reading, he said that Detroit is his home city, and it hurts him to know that he's being discriminated against in his own city. Job discrimination is very real. Every company does it, at least in my mind, and they do it for a multitude of reasons. Your age, your gender, if they have access to your social media, they will discriminate against you for your social media. It's not fair, it sucks, and it's almost impossible to prove, but in this case, I think he got him.
Seriously, lovelies, this is the reason why I keep saying that these people will never change. Not only that, people that looks like me often suffer from the way at which the system have, made it very difficult for people like me to actually have a very smooth life. But the individuals that is living in the said system is also making it more difficult. I saw this video. It actually reminded me of a particular video that are staged of a pan-colored woman coming out to talk about how, racism and discriminations and all of that does not really exist, that it is long gone. That is something that happened in the past, that is something that have been happening in the past, but right now in our present, that she have not seen stuff like that black people are just making things up. Black people are just trying to they just like the pity cards. When I saw this woman, saying this, I was like, she was all on her, platform talking about how it's all a lie, it's all made up, it's just something that, black people are known to undergo. But in the present time, that she feels that, black people are still living in the olden days, or they're still living in the old times. And now, this just surfaced. So this young man, who have been looking for a job, and he decided to send his resumes and all of that, and he was not able to get these jobs because of his surname. His name sound African. But he just decided that why is it I've been submitting CVs, I've been submitting my job applications, I've not been called, I've not even been, given any form of opportunity for an interview to get a job. He decided that he was going to okay, let me just change my surname to that of, what we mean. And it's not even up to he got a job interview, he got a call, he got what does this actually tell you? What does it tell you? People that looks like me is not only
where is the white leadership?
They suffer
Where's
from
your
everything.
community
They
leaders,
suffer from
your
discrimination.
pastors,
They suffer.
Where's everyone that you demand from the minority communities that you suspect
your
anything
sole
doing
purpose,
wrong?
you just want to
You stole
work.
Venezuela's
You want to be a better
airplane.
human being. There are
Because
some
a white
people
landlord
somewhere
said that there was
who does not
Venezuelan
want this
gangs running around his
to be
slums.
accomplished.
His
But these are the same people
And
that
we
will
stole
come out and talk
Venezuela's
about how
plane.
irresponsible black men is, how black men are lazy, how they don't want to work, how they don't want to do anything for
That's the
themselves.
white leadership.
But
the white
you
leadership
have seen someone
that's guiding
who is willing
the troops to go into another country to defend
someone
that
who wants to
country
be a
more
better
fervently than anything
person.
they could ever do to defend an American.
I don't understand what this word means. Like, I don't understand what they really need.
Cops
If someone is good, it's a problem. Like, if someone wants to actually be in a better state, it's a problem. If the same person decided that, okay, I just want to be a ras, it's still a problem. Like, this is not even it. The thing is that even if he got a job, he will still be discriminated, because I have seen a lot of stages, I've seen a lot of women coming out to talk about how they've been treated in the corporate world. Black people are facing a lot of, they're facing a lot. They will face discrimination in the healthcare system. They will face discrimination in the corporate world. They will still face discrimination in a shopping mall. They will face discrimination every other place. But when you, as a black person, when you decide to speak out, they feel offended. They don't want you to call out their sins. They don't want you to call out what they are doing. You wouldn't tell me that this young man is the only person that have faced or that have gone through such experience. There are a lot of black people on these shoes. There are a lot of them. Some of them are actually not even brave enough to come out and sue. Some of them just want to tuck it in and, okay, this is just what I have to go through because I'm a black person. You have to forgive yourself for being whom you are. You have to constantly, oh, are you sure I'm going to get it? Oh my God. Anyways, I'm black. I'm limited to so many opportunities. Like, seriously, is this the world we are supposed to live in? Is this the world that everyone is supposed to, live in? This is just so heartbreaking. Imagine getting all the qualifications. Imagine getting everything, all your schools, your studies, the degrees, and it's time for you to actually get a job. You have been discriminated. And these jobs are given to people that are unqualified, all because of their skin color. This is actually exactly what happened in the case of Sonia Massey, where this, man who happened not to actually be fit to be an officer, but he was an officer because of the color of his skin, and he ended up doing whatsoever he thought was okay for him to Sonia Massey. This is the problem. You've been you are going to be employed, you get employment based on your skin type. Seriously, this is the word everyone wants to seriously. And when a black person is trying to express the way at which they feel, the way at which the society treat them, people tend to oh, they're so loud, and oh my God, why wouldn't you be so loud if you're being treated the way at which Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes. So please share this video, subscribe if you're here to do that, and I will see you, lovelies.
Dear girl, if you remember to click on the subscription button, like this video, share, leave your thoughts, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one.